Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here with a very special video, but I hope you're having a great day and I hope this video can make it a little bit better. Today we're testing out Caitlyn with the Fiddlesticks Relic, and this makes her feel way better. Now, she already was solid with, 6 stars and all of her different upgrades, but this relic just works perfectly for her. Now, while we are showing off this build, we're also continuing to rank all of our champions, and so at the end of this video, we will also be ranking Caitlyn. It will just be a preliminary ranking for our upcoming 6-star tier list. Now, for this build, we're going with Hex Tech Rifle, Hidden Tome, and then the Harmless Scarecrow. This is just excellent for us because, for one, this is a power. We don't need our champion on the board, but when you play a card that costs 3 or more mana, which you, to be honest, do fairly often with Caitlyn, Terrify 1, which obliterates cards from the top of the enemy deck and activates any traps on top of them. So this gives you more ways to make the enemy draw a card and then activate any of your traps. The biggest issue with Caitlyn is her inconsistency of drawing your traps. You're just making sure you can make the enemy draw more traps. Makes her feel fantastic. We also have the effect of while the enemy deck has 15 or fewer cards, allies have 2/2 and Overwhelm. Often you're going to end matches before this goes off, but this still can trigger, giving you a little bit of extra power to try to finish off matches. Now, I will say that this is slightly bugged at the moment, and it can sometimes freeze your games. If that happens, you do have to close out the game and reopen it. Now, it seems like the bug is that when you play a 3-cost unit or card, when the enemy has no units on the board, that has a high likelihood to freeze your games. So if you are going to play this, bear that in mind. Now, for today, we are going up against the 5.5 Weekly Nightmare up against Elise. We have Power Overwhelming, round end grant the foe's units 1/1, Immolation round end deal 2 to all the players' units, and the Deadly. Now, Caitlyn doesn't have any specific way to counter these. It's not like she has some great synergies here, which is fine. We just wanted to have a kind of general tough nightmare to throw her into to show off how good she is, especially with this build. And we will finish out with giving her a preliminary ranking in the tier list. Now, if you appreciate all these daily videos, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated, and let's get into it. All right, let's see. Enfeebling. That is really good. Makes our flash bombs a great defensive tool. Let's go ahead and grab that. And let's go for Tenor of Terror. This is okay. Yeah, it's fine. All right, so don't play anything that costs 3 or more. We can grab this here. Aw, that's a little sad. Alright, so we'll just attack like this, trying to get as much damage and as many flash bombs going as possible. Alright, perfect. It does kind of suck that if we play one of these, we're probably going to get freeze our game. Let's go ahead and go for our ace in the hole. So yeah, the reason we're holding out for playing some of these is apparently if they don't have a unit on the board and we play one of these cards, it freezes the game, which we don't really want to happen. Probably will happen, but still.
As they say, makes perfect.
Flash bomb. I think we'll go for ace in the hole and potentially end this round. Let's go for double agent, because being able to pull out more cards, so good. Alright, GG. Alright, so now since we have that Fiddle Relic, getting something above a 3-cost isn't terrible. All players draw 1, then grant the opponent's card fleeting. Manifest spell from your regions. I think we'll go for the Charlatan. Alright, support champ, pretty important because they have the Sheriff of Piltover. Zed, not bad with the Reckoner's Mark because he would probably just die right away, which could actually be pretty good for us. Yeah, I think let's go for Zed. And I think we might go for the shop to get another power, so let's go for Hunters. Let's get rid of a couple of these. But having a support champion on opening hand is solid. All right, nice. They already have a unit. Sure, let's just drop Zed. We're fine if he dies. Okay, so flash bombs trigger before Reckoners. Interesting.
This time we'll make things right.
All right, we'll just be fully aggressive.
My skill is
Nice. So it's all about terrifying while they have nothing and hitting a fire flash bomb, apparently. This will be pretty good. Yeah, those terrifies, being able to just make the enemy draw more, it's so good. Like, I think this build alone makes Caitlyn so much better of a champion. Alright, so we could go for ace in the hole. I think we can pull this out. Because, yeah, we just have so much even more removal. Alright, GG. I don't really care about most of these. 6 cost is rough. Don't really care about Deathmark. And we don't really care about our units either. I think we'll actually go and grab this, even though none of them are really that great. Denies are annoying. But let's still go for the shop, see if we can get some good stuff. Insider Knowledge would actually be pretty crazy. Crowstorm, not bad. Sure. More cost reduction. We might not hit the Terrify, but more cost reduction to get things out earlier would be nice. I think let's go for Insider Knowledge. Nice that this is actually a 3 cost. And when we play it, it makes it so we're not going to run out of cards because we're planting more copies in our deck, but just making the enemy draw a bunch of cards. Pretty good. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at there, even though there's some solid cards in there. Okay, Smooth Soloist or another shop. We'll go for Smooth Soloist, even though they won't be able to buy a lot of what she's selling. Let's go for River Shaper. Let's get rid of a lot of these, but nice to have Zed. Alright, immediately gain Sheriff going. And yeah, let's just attack and get more damage down.
Embrace the shadow.
We each hold a world within.
And we can just go immediately for Ace. And there's the deny. Yeah, I figured that might happen. Oh well. Sure.
They cannot strike what they cannot see.
Alright, so they blew all of their mana on that. We could drop our Caitlyn. She would trigger more flash bombs. Could go for an ace in the hole. I think we'll risk it, even though they will attack.
Closing in on the mark. No backup needed.
Alright, not terrible.
Talk this out. Don't look twice.
Hello, random lurker. I love how it can high roll and get so much more damage. So these will die. Sure, we can grab that here. Yeah, we've been careful not to play any 3-cost cards when they don't have units, and we're not getting any of that damage. So I think you're right, at least for the main cause. Alright, GG. I think we'll probably go for this. Double attack is nice, even if we're not necessarily going to use it that much. Has Nexus Strike effects, we get some more spells. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, we'll go for the Smooth Soloist, see if there's a solid power. Stabilize is pretty good. This gives us multiple copies of our champion, so that can give us, for our support champion, multiple copies of the Sheriff Piltover. So yeah, we'll grab that. Go for the healer. I think we'll get rid of the Death's Mark. We're probably never going to play it. And a Nivea.
On my wing.
Oh boy. Let's get rid of both of these. Yeah. Oh, man. Alright, so we could drop the cheaper Caitlyn or go for the more expensive one. Could also go for Justice Rider, making them draw and get more cards. I think we'll actually try to go a little bit on the cheaper route this time.
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
Alright, let's drop this, get a lot of flash bombs, which should give us some great cost reduction for Ace in the Hole.
Closing in on the mark.
Oh, we're
No
going to do a
backup.
lot of damage right here. So let's go for another Insider Knowledge. Since we leveled, we refilled our mana. Alright, they're completely out of mana. Let's play our free Ace in the Hole. And drop our double agent. Alright, and nice little OTK. GG. Let's go for a double attack Caitlyn, because if we can get 2 strikes off with her effect of when she's leveled up, that can do a ton of damage. Yeah, that looks good. We don't really have any attachments or equipment, so Armor to Teeth isn't really going to help. Extra damage with Phantom Pranks isn't bad. Also, increasing our unit with their draw isn't bad either, but getting something like Explosive Finale would be very helpful. We have 6 rerolls. I think let's try to do some rerolls here. Another Stabilize. Sure, I guess. It's probably going to be overkill, but could be funny. Alright, let's go for some more champion items. So, Green Glade Caretaker. Let's honestly get rid of most of these. We want to get both of our champions if possible. I absolutely hate Nivea. Yeah, that's why last match was so cathartic. Yeah, we can drop Caitlyn. Hopefully they don't kill her right away.
It's all in the report, Sheriff. Should pay off nicely.
Yeah, we can drop this here.
These woods protect their own. My scroll.
Giving chase.
Let's investigate. One step ahead.
Alright, let's go ahead and just do as much damage as we can.
Stay back.
Alright, pretty good.
I aim to win, and my aim is excellent.
I think let's actually drop a Justice Rider first.
Suspicious activity detected just outside the station.
Stay on 'em.
Yeah, their barrier is quite annoying.
All part of the plan.
Sweep them away.
Let's go ahead and put this right here. Actually,
It's my calling card.
we could have used Caitlyn, and yeah, that would have actually ended the game. That would have been a good call as well. Alright, GG. Yeah, Caitlyn feels so good with this build. I think we'll go for the Shadow Shift, but potentially we're just gonna cut it. Alright, let's go for a champion item. I think we'll actually go for Phage with Zed. We want to get more copies of both of them, because we want to be drawing both of them. So only getting a bunch of copies of Caitlyn wouldn't really be the best for us, even though Caitlyn's really good. Need almost everything, and also Fiddle and Kate's Relic. Yeah, sadly. That would be pointless. Alright, Explosive Finale. We're getting all the good stuff this time. Yeah, some things here are fine, but I think we will save the gold. We probably won't have enough for the shop. We could get the Puff Cat Pup, but I think we're okay. Although they do triple damage. Still, I think we're fine. Let's go for Warden and go up for the epic item. Let's get rid of Officer. Actually, let's just do a full reroll. If we could get both of our support champions, it would be nice. All right, solid. Would be nice to drop Zed, but they don't have anyone. We could drop Caitlyn. It would be better to play Zed here, though. We could pass, but then our game will potentially freeze, and he won't get any strikes off. We could miss out on a lot of damage, but we're going to risk passing here. All right. Nice. So yeah, we got a bunch of these. Let's go ahead and get as much damage down as possible.
Only the worthy survive.
Do we have a release date for next patch? The 6th. All right, let's go for another one of these.
This time we'll make things right.
All right, so yeah, she's gonna refill. We might actually want her to drop when we're going to attack. Yeah, we're gonna miss out on a lot of units. So I think we'll potentially hold off, not that we really need it.
They won't suffer long.
So yeah, we could drop her, or we could just attack. I think we'll do that so we don't crash the game. All right, GG. Plant 5 flash bombs, or activate all the traps in the top 5. That would be a lot, but I also feel like we're probably not going to get to the point of playing this. Right now, we're ending too fast. So I think we'll just go for Charlatan. So reduce my cost by most expensive ally. We actually kind of like the fact that this is a little bit more expensive. Let's actually do a reroll. Draw a champion. That actually is not bad. Make sure we get our champions. Getting the Black Cleaver would give us a ton of stats, but I actually like the champion draw. I think we can get rid of the Chem Punk. Yeah, it's like a lot of cards that are kind of on the same tier of importance or unimportance. Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of this. Let's go for release. Let's get rid of a couple of these. All right, I think let's go slightly cheaper, even though we won't activate the cards being left. This way we can play more of those, and let's just go ahead and attack. And him leveling is refilling our mana, meaning we're able to play all 3 Sheriff of Piltovers in this one round. We can drop an Insider Knowledge next round and just absolutely annihilate them. Yeah, we could go for Caitlyn, but let's just play this here. Oh, I love it. Sure, let's pair these together and probably just end the game. GG. All right, so Caitlyn is very good with this build, and we actually didn't freeze at all this entire run. So I think Dre was right. This triggers if you play a 3 or higher cost unit, or just card, when the enemy doesn't have any units on the board. It then just kind of freezes your game. You have to like close out and then get back into it. So it is slightly bugged at the moment, but this is incredibly strong and make Caitlyn feel so much better. I know a lot of people would say that she was like one of the worst 6 stars previously in the game. I think she is now actually very, very good. I've literally cleared the 6.5 Fiddlesticks Adventure, which is debatably the hardest content in the game, or at least it's definitely up there, and Caitlyn was able to clear it without really too much difficulties. So she is actually pretty solid. Let's go ahead and pull up the tier list. I'm not as sure. I would say she's definitely above both Volibear and Pike. I don't know if I want to try to put her in the A tier. I think probably not. I don't I don't think she's quite up to that level myself, but I would think like top of B. So I think let's move some of these down. And right now I'm leaning towards putting her like here, which definitely a lot better than she would have been before this patch. I think before the patch, she probably would have been down in like F tier. I think kind of top of B. Bottom of A, I think A is going to be I think she's going to get shoved out of A. Top of B or bottom with this build. What's the tier list for? So we're ranking the champion like with their full 6-star constellation best build, and we're ranking how they all compare to each other. So kind of this general strengths of each champion. And so, yeah, I think for Caitlyn with this build, I think top of B will be pretty good for now. I think if we put her in A, for one, then A tier is just full. And I think she's just going to get kicked back down pretty quickly. All right, so I think, yeah, we'll put Caitlyn in the top of B for now. This build makes her feel so much better